Okay, in example 8, it's very similar to the other one, except it didn't say cosine of C, putting angle C as 90 degrees. It now says, let's solve for angle C. Okay? And so we're going to rewrite the law of cosine. So we're going to do some algebra. So we want to get cosine C by itself is really what we want to do. And then we can arc cosine it when we need to. So the first thing I'm going to do is start doing opposite operations. Subtract a squared, subtract b squared. And then I'm going to add. I'm going to leave the rest for later. So when I do that, these cancel out. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Subtract a squared, subtract b squared. So I get c squared minus a squared minus b squared equals negative 2ab cosine c. So now what I want to do is divide by everything in front. Because it's multiplying here, we got timesing right there. So we're going to divide by negative 2ab on one side to send those out. But whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. And so I'm going to get cosine C. Now, essentially, the negative sign basically changes the sign of everything on top. Okay? So all I have to do is, so I really get a squared plus b squared minus c squared all over 2ab. And that's what the negative sign does to it. It makes it work backwards. Okay, and a lot of people like to write the law of cosines this way. If you actually needed, so that would be essentially have done the problem, but if you essentially wanted the angle C by itself, then you're going to have to arc cosine everything. We're going to have to undo cosine, you have to arc cosine. And then you would do the same thing here, arc cosine everything here. That's going to be some ratio. And so we actually get, I'm going to use the reflexive proximity, said it wrong. I'm going to use the symmetric property of equality, so I can write cosine C on the left. Actually, that should go away. These essentially cancel out. So I get a normal C on one side equals the arc cosine of a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. So most people will just figure out this ratio, and then as a second step they'll do arc cosine of it. So in a sense, a lot of people will stop here where I put the first box, all the black writing, they'll stop there and write the law of cosines that way. And then when they need to, they'll arc cosine at the very end.